Deep in the heart of Ghana, where the sun kissed the earth and painted the skies with hues of gold and crimson, and the air hummed with life, lay a village that thrived with energy and spirit. The people lived in harmony with nature. They celebrated the rains with joyous dances and songs. They respected the earth, nurturing it with care and gratitude. And they told stories of love, courage, and the spirits that watched over them. These tales were passed down from generation to generation, keeping the village's rich heritage alive. The village was surrounded by a forest, a lush green sanctuary that provided shelter and sustenance. Ancient trees stood tall, their branches reaching for the sky, as if trying to touch the heavens. The forest was alive with the sounds of animals. Monkeys chattered playfully, birds sang melodious tunes, creating a symphony of nature. It was a place of peace, where one could find solace and tranquility. It was a place of magic, where sunlight filtered through the trees, casting enchanting shadows. Life in the village was simple, yet fulfilling. Families worked hard in the fields, tending to their crops and livestock. Children played under the watchful eyes of elders, their laughter echoing through the village. The air was filled with the smell of cooking fires and the sound of laughter, as villagers gathered to share meals and stories. It was a good place to live, where community and kinship were cherished. It was in this village, where the spirits whispered through the leaves, that our story begins. A story woven with the threads of destiny and love. A story of two hearts destined to find each other amidst the beauty of their homeland. A story of love that would be tested by trials and tribulations, yet strengthened by unwavering faith. A story that would be told for generations to come, inspiring hope and resilience in the hearts of all who hear it. Abena was known for her kindness. Her heart was pure. Her laughter was like music. She moved with the grace of a gazelle. Everyone loved her. Kofi was a hunter. He was brave and strong. He provided for his family. He respected the forest and all its creatures. He was a good man. They lived in the same village. They breathed the same air. But their paths had never crossed. Not yet. Fate, it seemed, had other plans. Their story was about to begin. A story that would become a legend. A story that would remind everyone of the power of love. One peaceful morning, Abena went to the river. The sun was just rising, painting the sky with colors. The air was cool and fresh, filled with the scent of morning dew. She needed water for her family, as she did every day. Kofi was also at the river, preparing for his hunt. He was there to hunt. He moved silently, like a shadow. He was a skilled hunter, known for his precision. Their eyes met across the water. Time seemed to stop for them. The forest held its breath, as if watching. It was a moment they would never forget, etched in their hearts. It was the beginning of their story, a new chapter in their lives. They started talking. At first, it was just small talk, about the weather, about the village. But soon, they were talking about their dreams. They discovered they had a lot in common. They both loved their families. They both respected the forest. They both had kind hearts. As the days turned into weeks, they spent more and more time together. They would meet by the river. They would walk through the forest. They were falling in love. It was as if the spirits themselves had brought them together. Section 3. The Village Gathers. Kofi knew he had to talk to Abena's family. He wanted to marry her. He wanted to spend the rest of his life with her. He went to her family's hut. He brought gifts. He showed them respect. He told them he loved Abena. Abena's family liked Kofi. They could see he was a good man. They could see he would take care of their daughter. They gave their blessing. The village celebrated. There was music. There was dancing. Everyone was happy for Abena and Kofi. Section 1. The Hunt for Love. Kofi wanted to show Abena how much he loved her. He wanted to give her a gift, a special gift, a gift that would symbolize his love. He decided to hunt for a white antelope. The white antelope was rare. It was a symbol of purity and devotion. It was the perfect gift for Abena. Kofi ventured deep into the forest. He hunted for days. He never gave up. He was determined to find the white antelope for Abena. Finally, he found it. The white antelope was magnificent. Kofi thanked the spirits of the forest for this gift. He knew Abena would cherish it. Section 2. A Gift from the Heart. Kofi returned to the village. He carried the white antelope with pride. The villagers had never seen anything like it. They gathered around him. Kofi presented the white antelope to Abena.
This is for you. It is a symbol of my love. It is a promise that I will always be true to you.
Abena was overwhelmed with emotion. She had never received such a gift. It was the most beautiful thing she had ever seen. She knew Kofi was the one for her. Abena's family was deeply moved by Kofi's gesture. They knew that their daughter had found a good man, a man who would cherish her forever. Unbeknownst to Abena and Kofi, trouble was brewing. A powerful chief from a neighboring village had heard of Abena's beauty. He desired her for himself. The chief was used to getting what he wanted. He was not a man who took no for an answer. He decided that he would have Abena, no matter the cost. The chief's heart was filled with envy and greed. He couldn't bear the thought of Abena being with another. He vowed to break them apart. The stage was set for a clash of wills. Love and happiness hung in the balance. The fate of Abena and Kofi was about to be tested. The news of Kofi's gift to Abena reached the chief. He was furious. He felt slighted. He ordered his warriors to bring Kofi to him. Kofi was confused. He had done nothing wrong, but he was a man of respect. He agreed to go with the warriors. He knew something was wrong. Kofi was brought before the chief. The chief sat on a throne. He was surrounded by his advisors. The air was thick with tension. Chief, as chief, you dare defy me. You will renounce your love for Abena. She is mine. Kofi stood tall. He was afraid, but he would not back down. Kofi, as Kofi, my love for Abena is true. I will not renounce her. I will not. The villagers had gathered outside the hut. They had heard the chief's summons. They feared for Kofi's safety. They knew the chief's temper. The chief's advisors were shocked. No one dared to disobey the chief. They had never seen him so angry. This young hunter was different. Kofi thought of Abena. He thought of her smile. He thought of her kindness. He would not let her down. He would be strong. The chief was enraged. He had never been defied like this. He had to make an example of Kofi. Chief, you are banished! Kofi's heart sank. Banishment. He would never see Abena again. He would never see his family. He would never see his village. But he had made his choice. The news spread through the village like wildfire. Abena was heartbroken. She could not believe it. She ran to Kofi's side. She held him tight. Kofi and Abena held each other. They knew this was not the end. Their love was strong. They would find a way back to each other. They had to. The sun rose, casting long shadows across the village. It was time for Kofi to leave. The villagers gathered. They were sad. They would miss Kofi. Abena could not stop crying. She held on to Kofi's arm. She did not want to let go, but she knew she had to. It was for the best. Kofi gently pried Abena's hand from his arm. Kofi, I will be back. I promise you. Our love will guide me home. He turned and walked away. He did not look back. He did not want to see the sadness in Abena's eyes. He would be strong for her. Abena was inconsolable. She felt lost and alone. Her family tried to comfort her, but nothing seemed to help. Nana Adwa, the village elder, came to see Abena. Nana Adwa was wise. She had seen a lot in her lifetime. She knew what to do. Nana Adwa, this will protect him. It is blessed by the ancestors. It will guide him back to you. Abena took the amulet. She looked at it closely. It was beautiful. She could feel the love that had gone into making it. Section 3. A Glimmer of Hope. Abena held the amulet tight. She closed her eyes. She thought of Kofi. She thought of his smile. She thought of his strength. Far away, Kofi felt a warmth spread through him. He touched the amulet he wore around his neck. He knew Abena was thinking of him. Abena opened her eyes. She felt a surge of hope. Nana Adwoa was right. The amulet was powerful. It would bring Kofi back to her. Abena looked up at the night sky. She could feel Kofi out there, somewhere. She knew they would be together again. She just had to be patient. Section 1. A Storm Brews. One night, a terrible storm raged. The wind howled. The rain beat down. The villagers huddled in their huts, afraid. Abena sat alone in her hut. She held the amulet close. She knew something was happening. She could feel it in her bones. Far away, Kofi was caught in the storm. He was lost. He was alone. But he kept going. He had to get back to Abena. Suddenly, Kofi saw a flash of light. It was a bolt of lightning. It struck a tree in the distance. And in that flash, Kofi saw the way home. Kofi knew the spirits were guiding him. He followed the path illuminated by the lightning. He walked for hours. He did not stop. With every rumble of thunder, Abena felt a surge of hope. She knew Kofi was close. She could feel his presence. The storm raged on, but Kofi was not afraid. He was almost there. He could feel Abena's love pulling him home. Finally, Kofi reached the edge of the village. He had made it. He was home. He looked for Abena. Abena felt a jolt. She knew Kofi was near. She ran out of her hut. She ran through the village, and then she saw him, standing there, soaked to the bone, but alive. Abena ran to Kofi. They embraced. They held each other tight. They were together again. The storm no longer mattered. The villagers came out of their huts. They had never seen anything like it. The storm had brought them a miracle. The chief, witnessing the raw power of their love, felt a profound shift within his soul. He had always been a man of great authority and unyielding desires, but in that moment, he saw something greater than himself. He realized the futility of his own desires. He stepped forward, his face softened, and gave the couple his blessing. The chief's heart, once hardened by power, now melted by the purity of their love. The village erupted in joyous celebration. Abena and Kofi were to be wed. The air vibrated with the rhythm of drums, the scent of delicious food, and the sight of vibrant colors. The entire community came together, their spirits lifted by the union of two souls. Under a sky washed clean by the storm, Abena and Kofi pledged their love. Their hands intertwined, their love a beacon for all to see. The spirits themselves seemed to rejoice, as if nature itself was celebrating their union. As husband and wife, Abena and Kofi walked hand in hand, their hearts overflowing with joy and gratitude. They had overcome fear, defied a king, and proven that love indeed could conquer all. Their journey had been arduous, but their love had triumphed, shining brightly for all to witness. Years passed, seasons changed. Yet, The tale of Abena and Kofi continued to echo through the whispering leaves of the forest. Their story was not just a tale of love, but a saga of resilience and hope that transcended time. It was a story told and retold, passed down from generation to generation, each retelling adding a new layer of meaning and depth. Lovers whispered their names, finding strength and inspiration in their enduring bond. Their love became a beacon of hope, a source of courage for those who faced their own struggles. The white antelope, a symbol of their unwavering devotion, became a cherished legend. It was said that seeing the antelope brought good fortune and reminded the villagers of the power of true love. And so, the spirit of Abena and Kofi lived on, woven into the very fabric of the village life. Their story was a constant presence, influencing the values and traditions of the community, a testament to the enduring power of love, the guidance of the ancestors, and the triumph of the human spirit. Their legacy was celebrated in songs, dances, and rituals that honored their memory. Their love story served as a reminder that even in the face of adversity, even when darkness threatens to consume, love can light the way, guide us home, and bind us together. It was a story that would never be forgotten, a legend that would endure for all time.